All right, today I'm going to be showing you to actually carry out how to actually carry out your first code using the Adobe Premiere Pro in less time than expected. Most especially the beginners who are actually diving into the Adobe Premiere Pro just for the first time. This very one is actually carefully packaged for you. So stay connected as I take you on the ride. So let's go. So the very first thing you need to do after launching your Premiere Pro software, just like this, quickly head straight to your files here. Now let's get to import a particular one. But before then, you actually need to carefully package and arrange your files in folders for easy access during the editing process. So now here is the folder I'm going to be working on, this Be Satisfied. So what I need to do quickly is to open the folder. You see a whole lot of clips gathered here, but then do not panic. Now, what next is to actually create folders. For the purpose of this one, I'll create a folder and then I'll title is first. Oh no, let me title it Master Tick. I'll just title the folder Master Tick. This one is actually for the master shots because I have actually a wide shot which I refer to as the master shot as in this scenario, then the medium, close-ups and some other cutaways as expect as as according to how I did the shot. So I will now pick the one I refer to as master ticks like this. I'll pick them, then I'll move them straight into the folder. Then I'll create another folder again for the purpose of this very illustration, and then I'll title it medium shot. Then I'll pick the medium shots like this, highlight them, and then take them straight into the folder. Then I'll say I'll create another one, title it cut aways. And then I'll pick the cutaways that I took where this one is holding a phone. This one is the leg. This one is only is a cutaway on of the phone in the back. Likewise this. Then this is actually another one from the back, another one here. Then I'll now put them in this folder. Then I'll now create another one. I'll title it close up. Or I'll just quickly say see you like this. And then I'll pick this and this and then put them inside this CU folder. All right, now for the purpose of this very one, we have just four folders to work on. So what do we do next is to quickly head straight to the Premiere Pro software just like this. No, first of all, go back and then you import the entire folder by dragging and dropping it here. Wait for it to load because you know the file is actually a little bit large, so it takes a short time to actually get to import. So let's wait for it. All right, as you can see now, it's telling us that it is still generating the pig file. So let's wait for it to finish generating the pig file. If you look at this lower right hand side, you see generating pig file. For okay, now it is completely imported. So what to do next is to double click on the folder. You see the medium shot, master take, cutaways, and the CU. They are already fully set here, waiting for us to proceed with the cut. So what to do now is to double click on the master take like this, and then you import this very one. You first of all double click on it to push it to the source monitor like this. You take the player to the beginning before you start the cut. Then you take the player to the beginning like this, and then you play back. Okay, the clip is kind of shaking here, so I'll just allow it to play to the point that it became stabilized. Then you just click on this marking like this, and then you allow it to play to some extent. Maybe when he's looking up like this, I can just decide to mark out by using this other command here to mark out. Then the next step is to hold on the video by left clicking on it like this, where you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor now? You left click and then you drag and drop it here on the track. Can you see? When you drop it here, you see this option. You say this clip does not match the sequence setting. Change sequence to match the clip's setting. Then I will now come and click on this change sequence setting, because if you click on this keep existing setting, the frame may not actually match this very sequence here. And for the purpose of illustration, we are expected to actually work with this particular sequence. So I'll just click on change sequence setting like this, and it will automatically fit into the frame. Then if you want to actually see the clip, because it's a little bit tiny, so you can't be able to see it right now. So what you need to do is to come down here. You come to this side like this. Can you see? This the lower part of the software, this downline like this, where you can see my cursor. Now you click on it and then you tweak slowly like this to the right hand side. Can you see the clip now? It becomes lengthy enough for you to actually see what you have imported. That is for the purpose of illustration, and to carry everyone along, I have to just do that to enable smooth workflow. So now, after each step, make sure you always click on Control S on your keyboard to keep saving your work. In case, let's say your system gets off at an unexpected time, you can actually still have a backup to work on. Because if you don't keep saving, you may lose your entire project. So let's go. Then after that, you scroll down and then you pick the next one. Let's take, for instance, you still take the playhead to the beginning like this. Okay, now if you take a careful look at this, you notice that we actually stopped the first one at the point where the artist was actually trying to look up. So continuing from that side using the next clip, it is also advisable to as well you begin the cut from that point, so that when you merge it, it will seem more like just a one tick shot. It will not be obvious that it's actually two different clips. Or then you now mark in again, you play this one. Now you allow him to do certain things again. Now he's trying to get up, so I'll just allow him to stand up like this. Okay, I'm not expected to allow him to move first. Then I'll mark in here using this, and then I will follow the same process to import, and then make sure you join them together like this, and then it will join. Can you see? Then when you playback, after this step also click Ctrl S to save, click Ctrl S to always keep saving your work. Then you play back. Now can you see he was actually looking up? If you notice, from where the first clip ended, he was looking up, and then it has to continue from the point he was also looking up, so that he can proceed with the next action. Can you see now? So this is just actually how simple it is to actually do your first cut. Then you now proceed with other cuts like that, like that, like that. Wherever the action is, you find another one that tallies with it, because when recording the videos, you actually have a picture of what you want to actually present at the end of the day. So when doing the cut, just like this as your first cut, you need to always follow continuous process to make sure everything aligns properly. Because the moment, okay, just take for instance now, he was actually looking up, I just bring in another different clip, of him looking a different direction, and you are expecting continuity. In that case, continuity is totally lost. So you make sure you just follow it like this to tell this to better tell the story. Then at this point that he was looking up, I will now go to the cutaways and take a video of his legs, because I recorded his shoes at a point. So I'll scroll down, let me look for the shoes, and then let me look for that very one here. so that I'll lay it for better illustration. Now, here is a clip of his shoe. So what I'm going to do now is to still take back the playhead, and then I'll mark in and come here and then mark out again. Now, for the purpose of storytelling and a kind of to create suspense, and viewer will be like, man, what's going to happen? What's actually going to happen? I can just decide to just bring this his shoe like this to the beginning of the clip to create suspense, like I said, because this is actually a first course. So you need to do a whole lot of things to actually convince viewers that, man, are you sure it's really your first time of doing the course? Yes, it is actually your first time. You can do better even in your first click. So then you now still click Control S like this, and then you play back. Let's see what happens. So can you see now? So everything just aligns so perfect. You don't actually need to panic when it comes to your first cut. You just need to feel relaxed and be intentional, especially when you are doing your cut. Make sure you are always intentional about every cut to better tell the story. Then, in order for your file to still be light enough, you click on the original or video clip like this. You right click just like this, and then you unlink, and then you come to this result tool here. You click on this razor tool because the razor tool is actually used to do the cuts as far as this very one is concerned. Then you now bring your playhead to this side and then use the razor tool to trim here so that you can delete the video beneath. If not, if you should allow everything, you just overlay, and everything jam packed like this, the file will be very, very, very large. Whenever you try to export the file, you see that it will take longer time to export. Then usually instead of the file to remain at about 10 megabytes, you may end up seeing about 100 and something megabytes at the end of the day. So you make sure whenever you do overlays and the video beneath does not actually matter as far as that particular project is concerned, you take it off. So for the purpose of this one now, this razor tool is actually used to cut and trim files on the tracks. Let's take for instance, you did the marking and out from the source monitor, and when you brought it to the track, you discover that okay, just like this now that we're about to remove this, then you now use the razor tool to trim here, and then you click on the clip and press backspace to remove it, or you can highlight the clip like this and press delete on your keyboard and it will go away. Then you make sure you still don't forget the Control S to always keep saving. Can you see now? Let's say when you delete it, you get to realize that no, you are not supposed to actually remove it. That let's say you don't need this overlay any longer. You can just press Control Z on your keyboard to bring it back. But for the purpose of this one, I think this is just the perfect cut for illustration. So I will just remove the underlay. Then I'll click Control Z. So whenever you click on it now, you see that everything will just align perfectly. So this is just the basic steps to actually get your first cut done. So you just need to keep repeating same process to import and then to make sure you align them properly on the tracks. There's no magic to this. Let's say when you bring this in, you forgot to actually merge it and there's a kind of gap here. You just use this selection tool. This selection tool, the very first tool here, you click on the video or the file you brought in just like this, and then you press the left click on your mouse, and then you move slowly to the left and it's going to magnet just like magic. Then you continue to press your Control S like this to keep saving each step as you proceed. Now we've actually done something, at least for the first cut, for the purpose of first cut. Then if let's say you want to add text, I actually made a video about how to actually add text or in Adobe Premiere Pro. So you can check out my videos for more details and better explanation on how to actually add text into videos in using the Adobe Premiere Pro. Then this T here is used for that purpose. When you click, when you pick the T like this, and then you click on the video, let's type something. You see, let's type be satisfied like this. This is a simple graphic that we just added to the video. Then can you see now it will remain on it like this. is until you want to add certain things to it. Let's add kind of transition to it, and let's see what will happen. So this one now is going to fade in. Can you see? And then fade out. So this is just how simple it is to actually do your very first cut in Arabic Pro. Now, subsequently, I'm still going to be treating more on how to actually proceed to get it to the finishing point of presenting it to the viewers. So stay connected for subsequent updates. Peace out.